So, to get caught up with all the drama content that I missed out on while deciding if I wanted to start this channel or not, we had some massive VTuber drama surrounding the creator Kirsche and the fallout that has ensued afterwards. Now, to a little backstory, Kirsche is one of the top VTubers on Twitch and recently had a take that seems like common sense, but made those online go insane. Specifically, a Vice author who chose to write 3 hit pieces targeting Kirsche's sponsors, asking for them to remove her. Now, at this point, you're probably wondering, what could this take possibly have been? Now, as many in the world and country know, Carmelo Anthony is a kid who stabbed a fellow classmate to death and afterwards posted a Give, Send, Go link for legal fees, which raised over $500,000. Well, shortly after that, a story broke about a lady from Minnesota who decided to call a little boy the hard R N-word. Now, personally, I don't use that language and wouldn't if I were in this situation. But after the incident being recorded and posted online, she started to receive a lot of hate and posted a Give, Send, Go link herself, which garnered a lot of support, raising over $750,000. Well, after all this, a mob online were trying to force Give, Send, Go to take down the Minnesota lady's fundraiser, and Kirsche made a remark on her stream that seemed to rub the left off the wrong way.
People are just like, unfollowed, that's an unfollow from me. Bostonian guy said, oh no, what am I going to do without followers that think it's okay to call a 5-year-old the N-word? I don't think most people think it's okay. I think there are a lot of people who are tired of things happening, like Daniel Penny, like the whole George Floyd incident and the Summer of Love, like the Carmelo Anthony.
I'm gonna just pause it. I don't even see how anyone could say that this is a bad take. I feel like it's completely right. No one says that it's correct at all. No one has said that, oh, she was in the right for saying that. Because of course, the lady was not in the right for saying that.
There's a lot of people tired of the 2-tier justice system, and they start saying some crazy things and doing some crazy things. That doesn't make it okay, but it's like, that's just kind of the consequence of where we're at now, unfortunately. And there are some people who are like accelerationists that are like, the pendulum is going to swing back so far it's going to break off. And I hope that's not true. I don't want to see that happening. I don't like seeing this kind of like violence towards other people. Like, not that words are violence, right? But there are people advocating for violence on both sides. And I don't like seeing that. Nature be healing and shit.
Now, to me, I 100% agree with their take and believe that it was an inevitable drawback from being full tilt into white guilt like we were as a country and a world just a couple years ago. Now, after hearing this clip, a writer for Vice decided to try their best to rally their troops into canceling Kirsche, which has now fallen upon deaf ears, as Vice decided to remove the articles that were written because Kirsche delivered a notice to their offices which detailed how she was going to go after them legally if they didn't remove the content, as we can see here. As she had someone dress up as her VTuber character and deliver this to their front doorstep. Now, what was delivered was a Google Drive link that described what she said and how the articles were wrong and how they were wrong, but also stated that she was willing to go to court if they didn't take down the content. Now, the writer, Anna, of that content couldn't take it as mounted social media pressure against her started to become bigger, so she left Twitter to Blue Sky and enter her own echo chamber, but even that failed as she made a post on there saying, given the harassment, slander, and egregious lying about me continues at a pretty heavy scale, I will no longer be accessible on Blue Sky for the indefinite future. Which, to me, this is crazy. Even that the echo chamber that exists inside of Blue Sky couldn't save her, and her own followers were against her. She did continue to say, I will have friends post articles and audio announcements on my behalf, which it seems to me like she's going to continue to be the one that's posting on this account. I don't see a world where she's not going to be the one doing it. Now, looking at the replies to this post, it seems like others have the same sentiment as me, believing that she's going to be the one to continue doing it and that she gets what she deserves for starting this slander against Kirsche. And it doesn't seem as it's going to stop there, as this whole time Kirsche was never banned on Twitch, which I agree. It's a great thing that she was never banned. I don't believe that she should have ever deserved to be banned for anything she has said, but just a couple days ago, she was banned, and the reason for that ban was reading a fan fiction written by Anna. And you ask, how long was the ban for? Because if you were to look online, all of Anna's supporters were saying that it was a glorious win and that they had finally won the battle. The ban was for 1 day. She has now been unbanned, and in a recent podcast, thanked Tectone and Asmongold for their support of her as the whole situation unfolded.
They want to find someone like me who's small, who they perceive as someone that can't defend.
This is exactly why. Because Anna figured she has the voice of Vice, that she can just drown out Kirsche's voice. Luckily, Asmongold and Tectone took over and helped Kirsche out here, and definitely provided the assistance to be able to get through the hate that was sent her way.
It's like, obviously I don't make Asmongold money, right? Like, I'm not him. And so they're like, this is a target that we can attack. We can cut their knees out from under them. We can deplatform them. And they were trying. People were mass reporting my Twitch and YouTube and talking about doing that on Twitter and Blue Sky. And so they're trying to deplatform me, and they see it as being able to get rid of a voice that dissents from them. Mm-hmm. And Asmon made the point that, like, yeah, they're doing it to her because she's smaller, and they think that, you know, she's not going to be able to defend herself as well as someone like me. If they go after me, I'm just going to make a video. I'm going to make fun of them. It's going to get 1 million views, and it's not going to go anywhere.
Well, the Streisand effect has definitely hit, though. I mean,
Now, this whole story to me feels like a great turning point for online culture, and feels like we're finally getting back to where we need to be. Now, I'll continue to update the story if more information does come out, but more slop content needs to be covered, so I'll see you. Slop on.